Welcome to the CITB podcast, episode 21.
21?
Yeah. 21.
21.
Episode 21.
Key to the door, never been 21 before.
Key to the door. Yeah. Never been 21 before. I like it, Jack. I like it. We're getting older, lads. We're getting older as a podcast. Season 3. The start of season 3.
Only good or bad season 3?
Oh, I think it'll
most seasons pick up. Like season 3's like.
I think this is going to be our best.
Yeah. Season 3 is where most things. That's the peak. That's where they hit the stride.
Is it the peak? Oh, right.
Yeah. No, it won't be our peak. No. Season 10.
That's the start of the peak.
Yes, I see what you mean. Yeah, I see what you mean. No, I mean, fucking hell, it's 21 hours worth of recording so far. Start of season 3. The last time we recorded was early December.
Yeah.
What's everybody been doing since then? Danny?
Extension on the house.
Extension on the house?
Yeah. It's gone well, but every day people have come up to work on it.
Yeah.
It's absolutely battered it down.
Pissed down.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been frozen.
Really?
Nothing they can do.
Is it driving you mad?
No, it's getting there. We've had a good day today, and tomorrow it'll be a good day.
So, how far off finishing it are you?
Roof will be on Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Roof will be on Sunday. Knock through's already done because of the way it's.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Bear in mind, your wife might be watching this, and she'll expect it done quicker. I suspect, like all wives.
She won't be watching it.
She won't be watching it. Does she not watch the podcast?
I don't think she watches it.
No.
She has TikTok.
Have you ever seen an episode of the podcast yet?
No, I've seen clips.
You've seen clips?
Yeah,
You can't be bothered?
Nah.
No, we've talked about this before.
Yeah.
I religiously watch it back like 3 times and listen to it.
But, I hope people keep watching it because I get more money.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's not specifically true because we've not really made anything at the moment.
No, but
I know what you're saying.
If they start watching it more, so watch it more.
Yeah, Danny wants to
got a
just
curry out of it though, didn't we?
We got a curry out of it, actually.
we did.
We treated ourselves to a curry this year, didn't we?
Yeah,
Just enough to get like a curry
in a
out
few
of it.
pairs.
Yeah.
There was a few freeloaders there.
There was a few freeloaders, wasn't there? Them Shorrocks.
Yeah.
Koeman, Ryan,
Give him a shout out.
Bradley.
Yeah, freeloading bastards.
Keen,
yeah. Mike?
Well, Mike's been on an episode.
He's been on 2 episodes.
So I think Brownie.
He has
watched a few episodes though. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a support.
There's a few freeloaders there.
Yeah, a few freeloaders
Taking
there.
the piss.
We're also live on TikTok, just so you know. We've finally got an investment of 4 microphones that work on an Apple device. So there we go. Check the mics
Where are
out.
these from, Dave? Where are these from?
I bought them from Amazon, but even our producer Sol was quite impressed with that.
Yeah.
So Jack, what have you been up to?
Not too much. Been watching a lot of films recently. Catching up on some stuff. I watched all the Lethal Weapon movies for the first time.
Brilliant films.
I was
Absolutely
surprised when you said that you'd never, the first time you ever seen him, because your dad loved him, right? Well, we all did.
Yeah,
Classic.
In fact, I remember there was a time when years ago, I think it was the second one was on TV, and it's the scene where the builder has the nail gun.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
I remember you
Yes.
saying when you first saw that film, whatever, 89, 90, it was, you'd never seen a nail gun.
Yeah, there was no such thing as a nail gun or a Paslow over here then. No.
Yeah.
No.
The UK's always followed the USA.
I was 20 years behind.
You know.
Yeah.
Like forks, telescopic forks.
Yeah, they had fucking bulldozers in World War II. We were still moving stuff by hand. Yeah. That's actually true. Yeah. So watching films, anything else?
I went to the cinema actually to see Seven.
Oh, great film.
Great film.
Freeman.
Oh my God.
An old film, but because it must be like an anniversary.
Have you seen it, Dan?
Oh yeah, I've seen Seven.
Showed it in the cinema.
Yeah, great. It's brilliant.
It's a really
Brad
good
Pitt.
film.
Yeah.
Great. It's one of his best films.
Yeah. If you ever get a chance to see a film you've not seen before, when they show it at the cinema, that's the best.
Should we give away the ending now?
Yeah.
Are we allowed to do that?
It's 30 years old. Give it away.
Should we give it away?
Wife's in a box.
His wife's head in a box.
Head in a box. You got to watch the Stuart Lee, Richard Herring, Mickey take of that.
I've never seen it.
It's on when they did Fist of Fun this morning with Richard, not Judy, and it's brilliant.
Oh, like a stand-up show, or was it?
No, it's just like a little clip of they just took the mick out of it. The scene.
Ah,
great.
Right. Yeah. Of course, your hero is back in the White House.
Oh yeah, he's back.
He's back.
We're back.
I'm gonna save America.
We brought it all back. It's going to be so wonderful. I have to thank the CITB podcast. What a great bunch of guys they had.
for getting me into the White House.
Why don't we email him?
Yeah.
Who, Trumpy?
Or like, you know,
He's
press
not.
secretary.
I spoke to Dave. I said, Dave, you gotta get new microphones. You gotta mic everybody up.
That's not bad, actually. It's getting better by the episode.
You never know. Random people have been known to do weird, random, like one-off gigs. Like you see, like musicians just do a one-off gig. Like Gary Barlow used to turn up at weddings.
Yeah, he did.
Stuff like that. What if Donald Trump went, I'll come on the podcast. It'll be a great podcast. I can't do the impression.
Oh, fuck it. I'll email him.
See?
I'll try it.
Yeah.
Next time you're over in Stockport.
Yeah. Tweet him. Tweet him.
Actually.
On that thing. X him or whatever it's called.
Yeah, we need to update that, you know. We need to get that sorted. We need to get that updated.
Put
Put an X on it.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
Put an X.
Give you a black marker.
Yeah. Andy, what have you been up to?
Helped a mate move. That's always a trial, but it was good.
Yeah.
And then it was his birthday, so we went to Liverpool for a few and did the Beatles tour.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good.
What's Liverpool and Stockport got in common?
Mersey.
Brick built.
The Mersey, yes.
Yes, the Mersey brick built structures.
Brick built
really big
structure,
one.
yeah.
Oh, the Albert docks, they are.
The
beautiful.
docks, the Liverpool docks, is it the third biggest brick built structure or something
I think,
daft like
I
that?
think we're the
Is it?
second.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know that.
But
Europe or something.
The Mersey starts in Stockport.
Yeah.
What
outside.
What two rivers create the Mersey?
Oh, is it the Goit?
And
Is it the Tame?
the Tame, correct.
The guy, I lived near the
The
guy.
Goit and the Tame join together. They create the Mersey.
we had the flood.
And it starts.
New Year's Day.
Yeah, we
New
had the
Year's Eve,
fucking
New Year's Day.
flood.
On, you know, world international news.
I know. Did anyone?
Flood.
No, the mill around the back of Tesco's.
Yes, we did.
Yes.
Oh,
Did
that
the
was
people-
mental. Yeah, that was really bad.
What's
Yeah.
it called? The mill.
The new flats.
Yeah.
Near
Tesco.
on Portwood.
Big
near
Tesco.
Yeah.
Peel Mill. Something
Yeah,
Yeah,
something like that.
That
yeah.
was unbelievable. Actually.
Yeah, I've never seen that
loads
happen
of
in
cars.
Stockport
I've never
before.
seen that. No.
No, it was
flood like that.
There was loads of people like on the phones from like the fourth floor or whatever filming, going, "Oh, it's terrible!
My car's flooded."
Oh, Jesus Christ! I don't know." And I remember watching it, thinking, "You're all right. What about the poor fuckers on the bottom floor?"
Basement. Yeah.
What about the security guard on reception?
Jesus Christ! Actually, to be honest, and was it BMW as well? No, Porsche.
Oh yeah, it is.
Right
Yeah,
near Tesco's.
Porsche got
Yeah.
flooded, didn't it? I was like, I bet there's a few cheap Porsches going now.
Fucking insurance job.
There's some babies' nappies floating around in them and stuff.
Yeah.
Actually, the River Mersey's.
Never seen it do that.
It's not that bad
Not
before.
since I can remember.
No, not that bad
Not
before.
No, I've never seen it like that.
No.
But it was mad the rain, wasn't it, though, for New Year?
Yeah. Well, you know, thanks for asking about me.
Yeah, how's your? Yeah, how's your?
You never fucking do it. You never do it.
No.
Andy's done it once.
I was about to actually. I was building up to it.
Was you really, though,
Yeah, I
or
was.
if you're just
I was
saying that?
No, I was just thinking.
No,
right,
I don't actually believe you. What did I do? What have I been up to at Christmas time? Sort of started a new business. Won't go into too much detail, but it's going all right so far.
Good.
The garden room is coming on slowly but surely.
Yeah.
We're getting there. Danny's checked it out tonight.
Checked it out. It's good. It's warm.
It's warm, it's insulated, it's going to get boarded soon, and it's going to get plastered soon. I had to wait on the electrician a couple of weeks. Shout out to Rob.
Like love Rob.
We love Rob, don't we?
Yeah.
We love Rob. Rob the electrician. He's like the family electrician, isn't he?
Love.
Do you reckon other families have like the go-to
Yeah.
mechanic
If you
or the go-to
trust the tradesman,
plasterer or...
Oh yeah, yeah. Because this, like, I tell you where it does happen. That in villages where I live.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they've been using the same mechanic for 30 years, or but I've started to do it. So I'll shout them out. Guy Matthews, brilliant mechanics. Whenever I ring them up, they can always get me in. They can always sort of problem out. I've even took it there, expecting to pay, and they've gone, "Don't worry about it this time, Dan. Just." We'll get you on the next job.
Brilliant.
But and I've noticed it more in small villages. Everyone, it's more like a community, more like a tight community. They don't go out of the village.
Yeah.
I had the groundworks. Actually, shout out to groundworks. in
Shout him
Chapel.
out. Give him a shout
Fantastic
out. What was
job.
the name of the company?
I can't remember.
Oh, Danny.
Groundworks Chapel and the fifth
Groundworks. Basically,
down the road.
Opposite streets.
towards the moon, turn left.
Turn left. They did honestly though, Rick and these chaps, they dug it all out, did an unbelievable job.
Cracking job.
Dead neat, dead tidy.
Cracking
That was
job.
what I was more impressed with, how tidy they were.
And of course,
Groundworkers.
you live on a hill.
I live on a hill, yeah.
So, haven't you got a story about living on a hill?
I have. So, 2 nights ago, get in from work.
2 nights ago. So where are we now? We're Wednesday.
So it's Monday night.
Yeah.
Get in from work. Neighbour says, "Hi, Dan." I was like, "Hiya, mate. You all right?" "Yeah." Park up on the front, blue car. Left the tools in the car because I couldn't be bothered. And I thought I'll take him out after. Go in, see the kids, sat with the kids. About 45 minutes later, just as it's madness in our house doing bedtime and bath time and kids are running around, neighbour comes knocking at the door and saying, "Dan, your car's down the road."
Fuck.
So I was like, "What?"
Shit.
I was like, "You fucking joking?" He went, "No." So came outside, the car had rolled down the hill, right?
Oh, Danny.
Missed 2 cars that were parked on the left-hand side. My car was parked on the right. It had gone in between them
Danny.
and smashed into a neighbour's fence, knocked the concrete post down and smashed the 2 fence panels. Apart from scratches, nothing wrong with the car, hence why Guy Matthews looked at my car and they were brilliant. So all I've got to do is replace fence posts.
Yeah, you can
Yeah, I spoke to the neighbours were lovely. And even
And
the
you
guy,
definitely put the handbrake on.
so when I got in the car, the handbrake was on, but what it was, the cable isn't. It's not broke, but it's not tight.
It's stretched.
Not stretched, so it's stretched.
Christ.
So I'd not put it in gear,
Jesus.
and I always put it in gear. But
Were all your
anyway,
tools in the back?
all the tools, nothing wrong. It's just a couple of scratches on the front.
Fucking hell, that
That
could have
road-
wiped out a family.
Could have wiped out. Could have gone into the main road. Anything.
Yeah, but that road where it goes through, that's off the bypass, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that would have gone speed. It could have been somebody could have been speeding through there.
Yeah.
That is absolutely mental.
It's unbelievable how it's not hit another car. Another thing, fucking insurance companies that are checked, you're not insured if that happens.
What if you have
Insurance doesn't
Even
cover
though
you.
if it's a fault on the car.
You're not covered.
Really?
Yeah, check your
Why?
insurance. You don't know. It's in a lot of policies. And the more you look it up, even all the big insurance companies, they don't insure you if that incident happens.
That's bullshit.
It's bollocks.
Yeah, they don't tell you
There's
that.
a fault on your car. So I got in, but the neighbour said you must have put your handbrake on because when you got out, it had just gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he said,
So
he
it
was
must have gone
outside.
really, really slowly down the
It
hill.
quite steep.
gradually went.
Yeah.
And he said, it wasn't a massive crash. I just heard this. It wasn't like a big bang.
He might have just
It slowly crept.
slowly go down.
Yeah.
Maybe your car is sick of you and it's tried to get away.
Get away from
Maybe
it.
it's become sentient overnight.
Yeah.
It's become self-aware.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like Terminator.
Yeah.
Except it's chilled.
I tell you what it's sick of. In December, after we did this podcast, I had to get a load of engineering brick from Selco.
No, you told me you loaded
fucked it up.
I got
He broke his back.
180 brick in a Toyota
In that-
Igo.
Oh, that's mad.
In that car.
Yeah, Toyota Igo.
Fucking hell, Dan.
180 brick.
I feel sorry for your car.
I know, I do actually.
It's like a Top Gear challenge.
Yeah, your car's
Yeah,
getting
it is.
bummed.
But yeah, no, the main thing is no one got hurt. It's just a couple of fence panels.
Jesus. Well, like you
that's
say,
all
couple
right.
of fence
Yeah,
panels.
it wasn't-
We can soon sort that out.
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
We can soon sort that out. Okay, so tonight's episode, we're just going to have a bit of a catch-up, to be honest. We've not really kind of got anything specific to talk about, I don't think. I'm going to mention a couple of things about CITB in a bit. Funny thing happened today. My little lad's tooth came out. He lost his first tooth. And obviously Jack's also my son, but I've got like a 20-year difference between Jack and my youngest.
Can you just explain how you love your children?
Yeah, absolutely. So I've got 4 boys.
Yeah.
Which means I love them all 25%.
Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously, that totals 100%, but
Yeah.
I can only afford love of 25% towards them.
So you get 25%.
So Jack gets 25, Harry gets 25, George gets 25, Thomas gets 25.
Yeah.
Then I've got 75% left then
Yeah.
to dish out for other things like
Yeah.
my wife,
Yeah.
disposal, you know.
You get
Log burner.
5%.
No, she's up early 20s.
Early 20s.
Early 20s. So that's, let's call it 50.
Yeah, 50, yeah.
So I've got 50% left for my log burner, my PlayStation,
Yeah. Your podcast.
my podcast, watching football.
Yeah.
And it works for me. That it works really well. Actually, that for me, it's like
It's good.
the perfect storm in a sense. You've totally put me off what I was going to say. Oh, that was it. Yeah. So my little lad's tooth fell out.
Yeah.
So I was telling Tom was showing Jack that his tooth had fell out.
Yeah.
And then it came up in conversation about what's the value now of a tooth under the pillow.
she's not put her prices up. She's kept them reasonable.
Well, so I said £2 per tooth.
I mean the tooth fairy, not your wife.
Yeah, I get it. I said £2 per tooth.
Yeah.
Right. Jack then said, I got that 20 years ago.
Yeah. So what I mean is though, the tooth fairies kept the prices. Unlike everything bloody
Inflation.
else,
Yeah.
she's just gone. No, I'm keeping it at £2.
She's done well, the tooth fairy.
She's done well. She's kept it well. She's not got any overhead. She's not messing about.
If it was £2 for a tooth
In 2005.
2005, what is it now then?
I ain't
quid.
got a clue. What?
£4.
Andy's more.
If anybody in the chat wants to tell us what it is now, that would be
What
helpful.
did we get? 50p?
I
Fucking
remember
hell,
a quid.
20p, wasn't it?
20p, I think it was
remember
20p.
50p or a quid.
No,
I never got a quid for a tooth.
No,
you
about
two are a lot older.
Yeah, about 20p or
hell, yeah.
50p for a tooth.
20p.
Yeah, but what could you buy for 20p back then?
Well, that's what I'm saying, though. But what Jack could get for £2 20 years ago compared to what Tom can get for £2 today.
Tom can't even probably get 2 Freddos. He can't.
No.
You can't get 2 Freddos. It's £1.10p. You can't get 2 Freddos.
No, Freddos are for a pack.
No,
Andy, way out.
About a caramel
Freddos are a quid now.
Don't forget, we've talked
No,
about this many
Freddos aren't a quid.
Andy.
It's for 4 Freddos in it, a pack £1.50 or something.
Nice.
Tell you what has gone up. Cream eggs.
Mini eggs. I tell you now, mini
Cream
eggs,
eggs gone
right?
up.
This is a con, by the way.
Out of
This,
order.
right?
A Cadbury's
Nearly
con.
4 quid.
So somebody put it up the other day, and I was like, they are fucking totally
Yeah.
right. Tesco's, Morrison's, I'm calling them out. Can we get
Shout them out, call
Shout
them out.
right? They used to have with Club Card or Morrison's Club Card,
Co-op,
you could
didn't
get the packet of mini eggs for a quid. They're now £1.85.
Yeah.
That's in a year,
Yeah.
85p.
Yeah, do they think we're all stupid?
Yeah.
Well, I suppose they do actually, because they'll just...
We'll just pay it.
Can you imagine a meeting in Sainsbury's at the highest level or Tesco's? One in £7 goes to Tesco's in the UK that's spent.
Something like that, yeah.
You imagine a meeting? Yeah, let's just put them up 85p. They'll still fucking pay it.
Yeah, do you know what? I did. I was sat there eating them, moaning about the price, eating a full box.
I still haven't forgiven Cadbury's because it used to be a 6-pack of cream eggs.
Yeah.
Now it's only a 5-pack.
No, it did.
And the prices have still gone up.
Yeah, yeah.
And the ingredients are
That's the
cheaper.
steepest price in the year, that, for cream
Yeah.
eggs.
Yeah.
Do you know what also pisses me off about cream eggs, right?
They
You get them in
I
a
think they've
square
shrunk a bit.
box.
They've shrunk a bit.
Why not put them in a purposely made Cadbury's egg box?
They used to
It
do
is-
that, exactly.
Why don't they do that?
It's
Why aren't cream
simple.
eggs in an egg
Why
box?
is it in this stupid box and they all rattle round?
Yeah, and why don't they provide you with a fucking giant cream egg?
Yeah. No, and why can you have small, medium, and large like in normal eggs?
Yeah. And free range.
Yeah, free
Yeah,
range
free
ones.
range ones.
Free range. What about those ones in back?
These eggs have lived outside. They've been walked. They've been fed on.
No, they should do a full scale Easter egg.
I've noticed though. I've
Why
noticed
isn't there a
chocolate.
Cadbury's? Sorry, Dan. Why isn't there a Cadbury's character?
Yeah.
Which is a chicken, but a chocolate chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that chocolate chicken lays the cream eggs.
Yeah.
That's a whole new fucking advertising.
Do you know what? You
scheme
just
that
give
I've
it
never
The
thought of.
parrot did the mini eggs, didn't he? He was the parrot.
Was it?
Mr. Cadbury's parrot. That was years ago.
I don't remember that.
Mr.
remember that.
Yeah, the song when Mr.
I
Cadbury's
didn't think you
parrot.
dreamt that.
No, when Mr.
I remember Milk.
He's a song. There's a song for it.
There was Cadbury's Caramel that did the
bunny
squirrel.
rabbit, the sexy bunny
was
rabbit.
Was it a squirrel or a fucking rabbit?
No, he's a sexy rabbit.
Cadbury's Caramel.
That's it.
Actually, she was quite fit. That
Yeah, but
rabbit.
all those adverts, like the flake adverts, they were all really
Oh,
raunchy,
very, very
yeah.
sexual.
The flake one
Yeah.
used to. Wasn't it some like
only the. Oh yeah.
quite a good attractive bloke and
No woman.
was it a woman?
What are you talking about? you've had a brief.
I'm thinking of Milk Tray.
Have you seen?
No, I'm
this-
thinking Milk Tray.
There's a little clip on TikTok that's going round, and it's obviously an interview, and he's interviewing these two lads that he's just met on the street, and he says, "Tell me something that men always think about." And one of them goes, "I can't answer." So he goes to the other one, and he goes, "Other men," and his mate goes, "Other men? You always think about other men?" And he's like, "Yeah, of course I do." Yeah, he goes, "Fucking hell, you never told me about this." Yeah, it's brilliant. Check it out. I don't know who did it, but it's a really good.
Just going back to chocolate prices, though, right?
The prices of chocolate.
You know, like you could buy 4 Whispers for around.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, they've all gone up
Crunchies.
in the last year
Oh, yeah.
or two.
This year, yeah.
Right, I used to think at a stage, actually, it was about right. You could get 4 Whispers for £1, whereas the ones on their own were like 70, 80p.
Yeah, but the 4 Whispers for £1 are small Whispers.
Yeah, they're short
But
ones.
if you measure them,
Yeah, they
and I have
fuck you
done this,
over,
I put them out on and measured the size
Cadbury's,
of them.
actually, if
They've
you
all
really
done it.
think
Not
about
just
it,
Cadbury's, they've all done it.
yeah, they're fucking us over.
I know.
And bringing it right back round to prices on building sites at the moment.
Yeah.
We've not had a price raise in fucking 20 years.
No.
In fact, they've had a price reduction. It's a piss take.
One more point on the chocolate.
Chocolate bastards.
You ever buy it off and you see that on the prices, the pounds, how much you get per gram?
Yeah.
Do you buy it
Yeah.
off that?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
do that
What
all
do you
the
mean?
time.
What do you mean?
Well, it says like for maybe some chocolate, it's all the same prices, but some of them you'll get more chocolate for your price.
Andy?
No, I do
No,
that.
he's right.
No, he's right. Look
I
at
do
it.
that.
No,
Look at
I'm
the
not saying
Yeah.
he's not right. I'm saying,
Yeah.
who the fuck looks at that?
I
Everybody
I
does.
look at
Everybody
that. I
does.
look at that.
You need to start.
I do that. I
You need
do
to sort your
that
life
with
out.
everything.
Especially with juice.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they have it now. The co-op have it. It's like per gram. How much
Who
per-
are you?
Yeah,
Who are you?
no,
You
price
do.
per gram, and then you actually look at it, you go, actually, I'll
Yeah,
buy
that
the
to get
fucking
more-
bigger
I'll
pack.
get more chocolate.
That's
for me.
bullshit. When I'm in the supermarket, I look at the front, advertising, yeah, just pick it up, put it in a fucking basket,
No.
go and buy it. Nobody looks
we're
at
not- we're not talking about
Nobody
fruit and
really looks
veg
at the
here.
ingredients of things, do they?
No.
Oh, I do.
Do you really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Monosodium glutamate.
I do with
Soy
it's-
and stuff like that.
Oh, I do. I tell you what I did. You know what I did? I made a chicken tikka today, and in the slow cooker, and I looked at the paste because of allergies in the paste.
Right, why? Who's got allergies?
Well, Elsie's got a few.
oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
I
mean, she won't even eat it.
always hate that announcement when you're on a plane. Sorry, we can't serve peanuts today because little Johnny in 4C's got a peanut allergy. I always think, all right, so 400 fucking people can't have peanuts because little Johnny's mum has decided to bring him on a fucking plane and he's got a fucking peanut allergy.
I have to have peanuts when I have a pint, and I need
I
to have a
want my
pint.
fucking
When I'm on a
peanuts.
plane, I need to have a pint and a peanuts.
That is actually true.
Although I don't think, if I'm being honest, I don't think I'd want peanuts on a plane.
I wouldn't.
Because it's all like, oh, you're not like that, aren't
Yeah,
you?
but I want to see little Johnny's fucking lip at 30,000 feet fucking swell up like the Elephant Man.
Like, what's his name?
I don't actually. It's clearly a joke before he wants to fucking...
Will Smith in Hitch when his face all goes bubbly.
Yeah, when his face all goes... That's a great film, by the way.
It's good, that.
Which one's that?
I don't
Hitch.
like
Yeah.
the crisps that they always serve on planes because every time I'm on, it's always like cheese and onion.
Pringles as well.
Sour
it's always
cream.
sour cream.
Yeah.
Why don't they just serve the ready salted crisps? Because nobody dislikes ready salted.
Oh, I'm not sure about that, Jack. I think...
But they're the most basic. Or give us an option.
My
Because
son
they always
would-
give me
he hates them.
the like
It's Pringles. It's always Pringles.
sour cream flavour, and
Yeah.
I never like
Yeah.
those flavours. They just go to waste.
But you are
Something
very
simple.
plain with your tastes, aren't you?
Very plain.
When we used to take Jack to McDonald's back in the day, we always would be that car that's waiting in the grill bay because Jack's ordered a plain quarter pounder with cheese meal with no cheese. Quarter
You
pounder
don't
with
like
cheese.
ketchup either?
With no cheese.
Nope.
No ketchup, no onions. So basically, it's a fucking piece of bread with a round
you
piece
have
of meat on it, and that's what Jack...
I have cheese on it.
What about butter?
Oh, I have butter on things. Yeah.
I know people who don't have butter on.
He doesn't like
toast.
ketchup, though. I once force-fed him ketchup.
Make you sick.
Yeah.
Didn't work.
Eat your ketchup now!
It's not like one of your 5 a day or something.
I
Is it?
don't like ketchup. I don't like ketchup. I was like, eat your ketchup. I'm not going anywhere till you eat this ketchup.
So you
He was 24 years old.
Yeah, and he still does it. He hates it. He hates
Made it
ketchup.
worse.
I force fed him ketchup.
Yeah.
Is that child abuse? Let us know in the comments.
I think that's all right.
You think that's okay?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So have we established that £2 for a tooth is too dear or not enough?
I don't think...
I think it's fine, £2 for
I
a
think
tooth.
it's about... I mean, Thomas
He's a
is...
bit
I won't say his
more
age.
than I used to get.
He's a young boy, and I think it's right. But what I mean is, it was dear back then.
Fucking was dear.
It was dear. If you compare what you could buy £2 for, I'm talking what a young child buys for £2, right? What do they buy? They spend it on chocolate and sweets. Right.
So, I'm so sorry. We just had a comment off Shazza that says, I can confirm you force-fed me and my brother McDonald's as kids. Fair play. I apologise for doing that. Mudslingers also put amputees, mate. I don't quite know what that means. It must be something that we were talking about. I don't know. Sorry, Danny, to interrupt you then. You were saying...
No, so I think it's a fair price. I think it's undervalued now, the tooth.
Undervalued. Right, so we've established that it's undervalued, but, well, let's Let's see. I'll feedback on the next one whether or not the £2 was like a.
You'll have to do a test with him. See what he buys with £2 from the shop.
Yeah. Well, he's one of them kids that'll like put it in his money box, and then he'll say to me, "I've got £2," and I'll say, "Yeah, but you put it in your money box," and then he sort of stood there like, so I'll spend the £2 on him.
Yeah.
So it's actually cost me £4.
Yeah.
Because I won't go to the money box and take the £2 back.
But you
Fair
won't
play
spend
to him.
£2. He'll want a magazine, which is fucking expensive.
them
by
kids'
the way.
magazines.
God,
They're other things. They're other things that.
What with the frisbee for 10 quid?
no, they know exactly what they're doing.
Oh, they're not daft. I tell you now, as a parent, when you take them in a supermarket, you don't mind buying them like a, if they want like a smoothie or a chocolate bar. You think, okay. Those fucking magazines, right? They know exactly what they're doing to parents.
They do actually.
They know exactly. They put a toy on the front. They make it all look colourful and everything, and they know that kid has got absolutely zero intentions of reading that magazine.
No, you're 100% correct. You're 100% correct.
Not until they get older will they start reading them.
Yeah.
No, Mike says they can blackmail you because they can start crying in front of you. In front of the whole
Everything.
supermarket.
They throw everything.
That's what they do. They give it everything. You never buy me anything.
Yeah.
You never get me anything.
Yeah, and you stood there like,
You think, you little bastard, I bought you shoes that you're fucking wearing.
thought you bastard.
The problem is that they can pick it up and start flicking through it before they've even bought it. You can't eat the chocolate before you've already bought it.
point.
Good point.
You can already start consuming the media before you've even bought it.
Yeah. And then, you know what? And every parent's been through this. You buy it and you know full well that they're going to go home and never fucking look at it.
No,
Get the stickers
I'll tell you
or
where it ends up. Logburn. It's good for
Good log burn starter.
Expensive though.
Yeah, £5.
The log burner's
A
been
bag
on
of
a lot
fucking logs for
recently.
that.
How's your log burners going on? You got 2, haven't you?
Yeah, I got a problem with the front room one. Carl's blocked, so we've not been using that, but we've had the back one on.
Probably like a dead pigeon in there or something.
Probably dead mice. I've had bloody mice.
Oh, you've had mice, haven't you, in your house?
Found another one the other night.
You just need to fucking poison them.
Done it.
Just buy some good poison. Have you got some good poison? Put it down.
Yeah.
You'll wipe them out in a couple of
So
days.
I've caught 2. I've let one go in further from
Disley.
my house, and I've let another go further from my house.
Danny, they're not stupid. They'll find their way back.
No. I mean,
Oh, this one was miles away.
this one was in
Unless it's the one for mouse hunt.
a certain area.
Yeah.
I can't say.
You know what I'd do?
Yeah.
Take them outside and belt them with a
Set
tennis
on
racket.
fire. Yeah.
Just belt them with a tennis racket back into the field.
I know. The thing is, I tell you what I did. I woke up about 3 o'clock in the morning the other day. I could hear this like, it wasn't scratching, and it wasn't like,
Was it like
was just
rustling?
like that. And I
You got your car keys.
that right. So I went in the back room. And it was dark. I couldn't really see anything. And you know what it was? It was a drumstick moving across the floor.
Has he wrapped it around his tail or something?
Wrapped it around his tail and was dragging it outside. The good thing is, I think they're coming. There's a chicken coop at the end of the garden, so I think they're coming in from there.
How are they getting in though? That's what you've got to
Air
stop.
Well,
brick.
I've got
Floorboards and air brick.
got all holes in the house and all sorts.
Because of the extension.
The extension, yeah.
Yeah.
So they've come in.
Of course, yeah.
Little bastards.
Mr. Jingles. Mr. Jingles.
I love Mr. Jingles. You need what's it off? Mouse Hunt.
Christopher Walken.
Smoking.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's a
Brilliant
brilliant
scene, that.
That is a
Great
brilliant
scene.
Yeah.
New thing for the table this year.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm the only one that buys anything for the table. But because you fuckers don't. I don't know if you can get that, Sol. Yeah.
Sol's got it.
There's the best bit though. Ready? Here's the money shot. You ready? Oh, yes. Look at that.
That is brilliant.
Isn't it good, that?
Can you get this there?
I actually contemplated, right, bringing like a pile of sand.
See if it can get over
Yeah,
that.
next time, get some sand. Do some digging.
See if it'll go over that.
What, over that?
Yeah.
I'll probably push.
Oh, nearly made it.
Made it.
It's top heavy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, put the
Put the
arm
forks
down.
down. Can you put it
the
down?
arm
The
Put the
scoop
arm
down.
See if you can scoop the Stanley knife.
It should make.
Hang on.
I bet any plant drivers now, I bet they're saying it's a classic error, that. It's not bad, that.
Not bad, is it?
I'm not asked about the rest of this episode.
Yeah, we could just
I
watch
could
this,
quite
yeah.
actually just sit here and watch this.
What is it? What is it, right, about men in particular? Why do we like little model things, little kind of
toys.
Why is it that we fucking
That's awesome.
It's like what Hans Gruber says. The exactness of the model, the detail.
Yeah.
Recreation.
But why yeah, in Die Hard.
It's just
Right, Danny's causing havoc now.
it's just going like how every little piece works, putting it together and just There is just something
Oh, that is
satisfying.
No, there is. There is.
Yeah.
That is
Do you think
brilliant.
you could do an extension with that?
I think you could
It may take you a couple of years or something
build
to
a
dig
mini
it out.
Build it. Absolutely, you could build a mini extension. Definitely.
We're busy with Lego.
Good.
Yeah.
Why don't they bring out like more stuff like that though?
Oh, there's loads though now. There's loads
Is
of
there?
things now. There's loads of little toys and stuff now that you can buy your kids and stuff. But all sorts of different construction toys.
That is brilliant.
We're all amazed by it, aren't we?
That's fantastic.
If anybody, just for the listeners, it's a remote control JCB digger basically that's on the table that we're all having a go at controlling.
What amazed me was the price.
Yeah, that was from. I'll say it. It was from Smith Toys. Less than a tenner.
Fair play, Smith Toys.
Less than a tenner.
Less than a tenner for that. Less than a tenner for that.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Less than a tenner for that. Andy, did you have something you wanted to mention?
Yeah, just kind of going back to the normal thing about the housing crisis.
Yeah, go
stuff
on.
like that. Well, last
Hit
time
us.
last time I was talking about council houses and how they're starting to go down, the amount of them.
Yeah, so you were basically saying, just to familiarise ourselves, you're basically saying that because they sold off so many council houses in the UK, they never replaced the ones that they sold privately, did they? So that caused a problem going forward in the future because there wasn't as many council houses.
Yeah, but originally,
people
like in the 80s, when it was at its peak, compared to like the 1920s, it was fantastic. It was like 90% of people rented their homes privately, private landlords. But by the 80s, it was almost flipped the other way around.
Fucking hell.
But now it's starting to go back, and I think it's going to start getting worse.
Go on.
Jesus.
Because, as you know, like of Birmingham recently, but a lot of local councils are really struggling. Like Birmingham's gone bankrupt.
Birmingham Council's basically gone bankrupt.
Yeah, but a lot of other councils, cities are really struggling as well.
So it's spending more money than it's taking in.
Yeah,
essentially.
But the first thing they do with stuff like that is they cut jobs and services.
Yeah.
So they stop doing as many repairs and maintenance to the actual stock that they've got. But also, they'll eventually have to start selling them off.
What, the council houses
They'll
again?
have to start selling them off just to raise some money.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's more than a quarter of English councils expect to have to sell homes to balance the books in the next few years. That's a quarter of the councils.
Well, who's buying those homes?
Oh, be all private.
It's people, but actually,
The Red Road, Persimmon.
Well, no. I mean, there'll be individual buyers.
Yeah, sorry, you're right. But as well as that, it'll also be they'll buy them for the land as well. Then they'll rebuild new houses at £500,000-600,000 a pop. Do you know what I mean?
But it's affecting almost like a quarter of councils will have to do that in England. Half are going to have to cut back on repairs. At least 90% of councils are having to dip into emergency funds.
Fucking hell.
And like there's like over like 2/3 that are actually delaying building new council houses.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
getting worse. It's not.
Yeah.
I know Labour have come in and they want to start building
They keep
new
talking.
council housing.
Is it 3 million homes that we need, apparently?
It's not. Thing is, though, they're turning to the 6 main builders to do that.
Yeah.
And really, those builders, they don't want to build cheap homes.
No, they don't.
want to build, because they want to build the bigger houses, because that's when they make the most profit.
That's where they make the most money.
So
Yeah.
you can't, in a way, you can't go to the big builders to build it.
Yeah.
I mean, like in the 60s, 50s and 60s, there wasn't 6 big companies. There were some big ones, but there was like thousands of little local builders. Like in this, like we had Pickfords in Stockport and
we did.
We had little builders.
RW.
They had used to build houses for the council then, and it was more affordable and it was local. But there's lots of other issues coming out. But basically, because they're in so much debt, there's going to be no new council houses built, really. And another thing that's stopping them is right to buy. Because when right to buy came in, it was originally a great idea.
Yeah.
People can buy the council houses.
Yeah, you said this on the last podcast.
Yeah. But in Scotland and Wales, that's been stopped now. There's no right to buy in Scotland and Wales.
You can't buy your council house now.
No, you're not in Scotland and Wales, but you can in England, because that's having a detrimental
Have you got
effect.
to have lived in it for a certain amount of years to get a discount?
But
though?
not much.
Yeah.
And that councils don't want to start building more council houses.
You can't blame the tenants for wanting to buy a council house.
I agree, but what it is you need to be able to buy a house after 25 years.
Yeah, something like that. I know what you mean.
So some councils don't want to build the houses.
Yeah.
because within a couple of years, the tenants could buy it off them at a reduced rate.
Yeah.
And then the tenants could make a profit when the council should be retaining that stock.
Yeah.
And there's another fact.
And then reinvesting that money into rebuilding new ones.
Yeah, it should be like a constant self-fulfilling chain of money coming in and out.
Yeah.
You've got your rents, and you've got your building your houses, and you can sell your old stock.
I just Googled down quickly while we were on the main house builders in the UK. So you've got Barratt Developments, Taylor Wimpey, Persimmon, Bellway, Keir Group, Galliford Try, never heard of them. Must be down south.
Wayne
maybe?
Homes, are they one of them?
I'm not sure. Redrow and Wilmot Dixon. They're like your biggest builders in the UK.
Well, they're not incentivised to build council or to build affordable housing. They won't get enough profit. It's all about profit.
The average selling price of a Barratt house. Anyone want to guess? The average. Yeah, 311,000. Yeah.
Who's going to?
Yeah. So all Barratt's build all these fucking hundreds and hundreds of thousands of houses.
Maybe have one road in the
and the average house price is 311,000 for the average. The average salary in the UK is, what is it?
Right. I'm starting to think
32, 33, 34.
Yeah.
So it's 10 times.
It's 10 times your fucking average salary.
Yeah.
Just to buy the average Barratt house.
And also, of the 40% of after the right to buy from the 80s up to now, of all those houses bought, and they've been resold onwards and that. At the moment, 40% of those are privately owned and they're for rent.
Yeah.
They've not gone to individual people to buy. They've been sold on and they've been bought back by companies and people to rent.
I think we said that in the last pod as well. Sorry, just a couple of more bits, Andy. Don't you carry on?
No, I've got
carry
a
on
few
your
more.
bit. But the average selling price of a Taylor Wimpey home, 323,000. The average selling price of a Bellway home, 333,000. So it's,
I mean, I know that takes you into London, but it's still it wouldn't take it that much out of whack.
But even
for a lot of places,
even so,
who's going to afford? Who's going to
taking the piss? Sorry, Andy. Carry on. Have you got? Was there something else?
Actually,
average.
Sorry, we're a bit.
No, sorry, don't worry about it. Don't worry. We'll move on to something else if you want.
The problem is where you can build all the huge houses, but where are people supposed to start out?
Yes,
it goes into
the issue.
Where
that's
are
the
people,
biggest
where
issue.
Are the houses people? There's no more.
Well, they don't build small terraced houses, small, tiny, not tiny. I don't mean that in a disrespectful way.
2-bedroom terrace.
Yeah, they don't really tend to build them anymore, do they now?
Yeah.
No. So you're buying one of them houses.
Well, people buy them to rent.
That's the
companies,
problem.
People buy those smaller houses, 2 bedrooms,
but they're needed.
to rent.
They're needed for that first couple, the new couple,
to get on.
the new people.
That though, the terrace houses that you do see, and there's a good example near where I live. It's not big builders who build them; it's small builders. But small builders want maximised profit. So for small builders, they get a plot of land and they think, well, I won't stick one on, I'll stick 5 on.
Yeah.
But they'll try and sell them for all like 150 to do decent high
They'll
spec.
renovate.
See a lot of it in Macclesfield.
They
built loads in Macclesfield.
Yeah, there was.
Terraced houses built brand new. But it's not massive builders. It's when I say small builders, I just mean not those.
Just going back to something we just talked about as well. As of December 2024, the average full-time annual salary in the UK rose to £37,430. That's the average salary in the UK.
That's still like
And that's including London prices.
Absolutely.
Yeah, which will always take them out of whack.
If you took London salaries
out of it, it'd probably drop
25.
It's probably barely 30.
Yeah, it probably is. I would agree with that. Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah,
because London, that inside London, it's got its own little tiny economy itself, isn't it? London?
Yeah.
Its own house. Half of it's owned by. I mean, I've noticed. Have you got more to add?
More things.
I've noticed recently that there's a lot of houses where I live that are being bought by people coming from Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Loads.
Yeah, and they'll have like 1 or 2 bedroom flats, but they could sell that for like $500,000.
And then they're coming over to the UK, and they signed the deal, didn't they? That they could.
Well, they have got British passports. They are British citizens.
Of course. I'm not being disrespectful in any way. In fact, Simon, my neighbour, shout out to Simon. He's a cracking guy, really nice guy. But what I'm saying is, there's been a large influx recently.
Yeah.
Because they can afford to buy that maybe
higher end house.
Yeah. Because as you say, they're selling in Hong Kong for whatever price.
Yeah,
but there's a lot of people that can.
I know it's getting on the ladder.
Yeah.
There's also, if you look at the actual housing stock, we actually do have enough housing stock to house everybody. It's just the way it's all organised.
Well, how many houses, how many flats, apartments do you drive past that are empty?
Well, it's an investment for some people.
There's
isn't it?
loads. There's absolutely
in China.
loads. There's loads.
And it's a lot of second homes and holiday homes, and most of them are empty for like 3/4 of the year.
Yeah.
And I know but it's a dream, and have a house by the sea and things like that. But
Do you know, it's funny you've mentioned that. About 5-6 months ago, I don't know, it's just popped into my mind, but I was down south working on a job, and I went on the site and I thought it's nice here, isn't it? They're all massive houses, but it was dead quiet.
yeah,
And I thought, this is weird.
Yeah.
Now, it wasn't by the sea, it was inland. It was a nice area, but there was no like golf
it all
courses.
finished off and everything? It
Yeah,
finished off?
well, it's
Yeah.
just very much. So we're doing landscaping as well and finishing touches in the house. And I got talking to the young man who was there working with. I said, it's quiet on here. Has anyone bought any? He went, oh no, they're all sold. So I said, well, that looks finished. It's furnished. You could see through the window. I was poking through, looking through people's houses, and they went, "Oh yeah, it must have been about 50 or 60 houses."
yeah.
You can't buy on that site unless you've got another address.
Oh, fucking hell. Unless you've got...
It's a second home.
it's a second
site.
home
It's a
site.
second home site.
I've never heard of that.
No, so you can't. This can't. So you can like they used to do caravan parks.
Yeah,
They used to
yeah,
say
yeah.
you can't
Yeah.
live here
Stuff.
11 months of the year.
Yeah,
Of course.
Sorry, you
Yeah.
can only live here.
So after New Year's, you have to go for a
you have to
month,
go for a
don't
month.
You have to leave for like a month.
Yeah,
don't you, or
which,
something?
for caravan parks, I get it,
Yeah.
and holiday
Yeah.
places. But this was an estate of houses. Some of them had swimming
Second
pools,
homes.
and the only thing with that is you couldn't live in it 11 months of the year. You could only live in it 11 months of the year, and you had to have another UK resident as your main home.
Wow.
So it was like a...
It was basically a holiday
village,
park,
a
but
holiday
they were
park.
massive houses.
Yeah, like a holiday
They were-
village or
some of
something.
them had swimming pools. They were massive houses.
They weren't like those lodges.
But it wasn't in
Anglesey.
like Anglesey or Abersock. It was just inland down south.
Yeah.
Just close to London.
Never heard of that.
Not even close to
See,
London.
why is that being allowed to happen? Because those homes should be for...
Man, that land.
It's a housing crisis.
Yeah, well, it's a housing crisis. They love to talk about it politically. They love to say we're in a housing crisis, but nobody's doing anything about it.
Well, if it's a real crisis, then they'd prioritise people who, can't get on the ladder, who struggle to get a house. and
Yeah,
stuff
but
like
they
that.
don't.
They don't. It's money. It all comes down to money.
All they do is they sign a bullshit deal to say,
Yeah.
yes, you can buy that land.
It's a token thing.
And it's a token thing of that
small
one
houses.
You said that one street.
One street,
That's affordable.
yeah, a few
Well,
houses.
What's affordable?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because what's affordable
Exactly.
in Wilmslow isn't what's affordable in
Ancoats.
Ancoats. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Correct. So what's affordable?
Yeah.
It's bullshit, They don't really give a shit.
No, it's done. I'm not into me communism, but it is done. It favours the rich. It just favours an investment and people with plenty of money.
But like I said, the problem is where is that next generation supposed
I know.
to even start?
Yeah,
If
exactly.
it just goes on and on and on.
What they want-
Who's going to be there to move into those houses, the bigger houses? Because if no one can get on the ladder to begin with,
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, but the problem is they can't make money out of you like that.
Well-
if you're in a house, if you're in a rented house, they can get that rent off you for 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
You're a revenue stream.
What's the
It's not about
largest
you making money.
demographic in the UK? Do you know?
Do you mean age-wise?
Yeah, age-wise, yeah.
is
it 60 plus?
It's got it's the boomer generation.
Pension.
Yeah.
Pension plus. It's the
Yeah.
largest demographic in the UK at the moment,
Yeah.
is pensioners. So there are more pensioners in the UK than any other age group of people.
Yeah, it's getting close to the
that's
point.
mental.
It's the baby boomer generation.
Well, Japan's even
Yeah.
crazier.
That is madness.
So there's more pensioners than there is 25-year-olds or
you
whatever.
know
You
what
know
we
what I mean?
need, don't you?
Hey?
Where's Shipman?
Well, I mean...
The birth rate
Yeah,
in the UK has been below the replacement. The replacement level, like the amount of kids the
Yeah.
average woman has, is 2.
Most of Europe, most of the West.
But practically the whole Western world has been like 1.6
Yeah.
since the early. There was a huge baby boom after the Second World War.
There was, yeah.
Which is Nana and Grandad's generation. Since then, it nosedived in the 70s, and every generation after them has been smaller.
Yeah.
So they've always been. Now, when they were at the bottom of the pyramid and they were all young, that was brilliant because you had 3 times as many young people as you
Yeah.
had pensioners.
Yeah.
Just say, may not have been that. Now it's the reverse of that.
The reverse, yeah.
Yeah,
That is-
that's why the
that.
state pension age keeps going up and up and up.
'cause
It
they can't
can't
afford-
be
they can't
sustained.
afford to
But
sustain it.
People live longer, and
That age group's gone up. An average first time buyer. I had a thing at someone in a pub at Christmas who said about it was an older person. They're in they probably were late 50s, 60s, and they were like, oh, it's you're all moaning about young people getting. I was like, hold on, what was the average first time buyer age 30 years ago?
Yeah, I know.
And what is it now?
Yeah, 30, 40, 50 years ago. It's fucking incredible.
Yeah.
It's mental.
It is mental. It is absolutely mental, and it can't be sustained because there's not enough people. Well, like we've just said, the highest demographic is pensioners.
yeah,
I didn't even think that, and I didn't know it.
yeah. There's only going to be because it peaked in the early 60s. So that age group is just about to move into retirement now over like the next 10 years.
Yeah, the last like.
So in pension funds, it's going to be
It'll
fucked.
well, it's the workers today that pay the pensions.
And
now.
another thing
Yeah.
as well, how many pensioners, right? And this is not an attack on pensioners.
No.
It's not. It's just
It's the way the system's been
But how
structured.
many pensioners today live in a house that's 2, 3, 4 bedrooms? It's
Yes,
just them.
it's too
Yeah.
big for them. Yeah.
And again,
Yeah.
they've paid their money, they've
Yeah.
worked their asses off for the
Yeah.
house. I'm not saying they shouldn't, but if you think about
So
it,
there is enough housing stock in the country,
well,
but it's the right type of
I
housing.
actually know it's over 1 million houses that have one person living in that are bigger. That are,
Bigger than 3 bedrooms.
yeah, that are 3 bedrooms or more.
crazy, yeah.
It's over 1 million houses that have one person that live in them.
But then you can't go down the route of forcing people.
Well, you can't,
So
because then it's
can't.
like that's
I know,
fucking.
No, and the
It's
Get
not-
out of your house.
So
The
it's
other
not, it's
argument
not just the money; it's a demographic problem as well.
Yeah.
And it's been good. That's been known since like the early 90s that was going to happen.
Governments are short-termist; they don't want, they won't get the credit
Yeah.
for 20
Yeah.
years down the line.
No, they want it for the next 4 to 8.
Yeah, and they'll get
10,
credit for
12
it,
years.
yeah.
It's been coming for decades.
Yeah. So I don't know what's going to happen in the next few years. It's I don't know. It's a very interesting.
We're not as bad as China, though, are we?
We're not as bad as China.
But
no.
it's like one child.
China's
You know,
mental.
It's mental.
But that's why they implemented that because there were so many babies. But now they're
backfired
having
on
the
them.
same problem.
Yeah, they're getting fucked over now.
Yeah.
And
because of that.
Since COVID, it's got even worse.
Yeah.
There's even less babies being born. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's true as well.
Yeah.
And do you know what? I'll just say it as well. And I think that's mainly because so much pressure has been put on younger couples.
Yeah.
And obviously it's couples because of children, but man and a woman couples, heterosexual couples, whatever you want to call them. So much pressure has been put on them to, oh no, you can't have a baby. You've got to get a career.
You have to do this,
and you've got
this,
to
this,
buy a
this,
house.
yeah,
and
yeah.
and you've both got to work.
Yeah, but you can't run a house without 2 wages.
well,
now,
can you fuck? Can you fuck?
You can't have that. Women have got to have the babies,
Yeah.
and you can't have that. Gap where you can bring up the children. You've got to be at work.
But you're almost seen like an idiot. You had your kids when you were 20.
It's the best time.
It's
That is
like-
if you can, that is the best time to have your children in your 20s.
I can say it because I had 3 when I was 23 to 29, and I had 1 when I was 42, and I was fucking knackered with my 42-year-old. But my when I was 42 and that one, it was absolutely knackering in comparison to when I was in my 20s, and it was like, obviously it was tiring, but you've just got so much more energy and so much more,
Well, biologically, we're wired to have our children at that age.
Yeah, I know, and it's like
That's the best, most peak
Society have
time
made
for women and
it
men.
out now that you shouldn't do that and you can't do that, and it's just fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
everybody should have the option, but
Yeah.
really, you can't argue with biology that
No.
that's the optimum time.
Everyone should have the option.
Yeah.
Of course, have your kids whenever you want to have your kids, but don't make one option better than the other.
No.
Out there in the world. I mean,
It's too expensive for working people.
at the same time, don't have them too young either. You know what I mean? Go on,
No, have one.
have one at 16. Have one at 16. Yeah, don't have them too young. Yeah, I'm not ready to be a granddad yet. Life has ended. Oh, our lives ended. Why has it ended? Oh, anyway, it's ended. Okay. So what we're moving on to next? Sorry. So I was actually just going to go onto TikTok, but for some reason the lives ended. I don't know why, but it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter at all. We were going to do a segment on listener stories as well. So I want to ask the listeners and the viewers if they can send us a story in or of something that's happened to them, and then we're going to read that out on the next podcast and discuss it. We'll make it anonymous. Obviously, we'll make it anonymous, but we want to do that to be able to.
It's a good idea.
It's a good idea, isn't it? I think that's a good idea. So to find out what they'll send something in, send a story in about what's happened with them, and we'll kind of go from there. I've got a couple of things to talk about with CITB, if that's okay. Give me a sec. So, does any of you three know? Why is that not working? Does any of you three know what the CITB is?
I have a brief idea.
So the CITB is the Construction Industry Training Board. It was established in 1964, and it was established for there to be one kind of. It covers all UK industries, and it was made for. Like one governing body of construction qualifications, essentially. Now, the interesting thing with the CITB is when we do clips, and we clip stuff about CSCS cards, and we clip stuff about construction qualifications, everybody comes back and says there's no funding, there's no money in it, it's a rip-off, everyone's trying to rip you off. And the fact is, there is funding right now today for qualifications if you were a part of the CITB. If you join the CITB. So if you don't, the CITB, you have to pay a levy if you're in the CITB, but I think it's if you earn over 150 grand a year, you pay a levy. And that levy goes towards training for qualifications. So companies that are over 150 grand a year, mandatory, have to pay a levy, but then them companies can access X amount of pounds each year for training their staff up. But you can join the CITB and be a non-paying levy member.
Can you be like a sole trader?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Right.
But then you can get qualifications completely free. Completely.
As long as you've joined the actual...
Yeah, as long as you join the CITB. Right. And it's like a 10-minute form to get to complete. Well, 10, 20, 30 minutes.
So what
form.
is it? Is it like experience, back to work experience?
All different. There's loads of different types of qualifications that are fundable. Right. I mean, I think there's some funding at the moment that runs out in, I think it's March 2025, for occupational work supervisory level 3 qualifications. And you can, what I'm getting at is, with a couple of clicks of a mouse, you can join the CITB and gain access completely free training fund. Completely free. CITB also pay for apprenticeships. They also pay for loads of like shorter qualifications and courses as well. So for all the people out there that are always saying there's no money available or it's a complete rip-off, it's just not true. It's absolutely not true. What it is you've listened to somebody on site say some bullshit, and you've not got off your own arse and gone and Googled it and looked into it yourself. And that's actually what you need to do.
You just got to find the right place.
Go and Google it, research it, look into it, and understand that you can access qualifications for free or a lot cheaper than what you'd be paying commercially for, just through joining the CITB. And we're not affiliated with the CITB.
No. That reminds, because there's loads of funding out there that people like for turning your house green, because Mum got a new boiler, didn't she?
Yeah,
there's
Christmas. Absolutely loads.
And I was thinking, because you're always thinking, oh, she's going to get charged for this.
Yeah.
No, she got a new boiler.
Yeah, she got a brand new boiler.
Done in a day, all set up.
They did actually, didn't they?
And fair play.
Yeah.
They saves the money now on the gas and all that.
Yeah.
I can't remember the company that do it, actually.
No, yeah. Dan, have you got something you want to just mention?
No, so I'll do it when you're ready.
No, I was just sorry, I just lost my train of thought for a second. But I just wanted to mention that about the CITB. That was it. I wanted to just also mention that, since we've been doing the podcast, we have been approached by a number of training providers that offer qualifications to ask us if we would sort of liaise with them. And after doing quite a lot of due diligence, me and Dan have kind of basically dropped on 2 training providers that we feel are really trustworthy and really good for us to recommend to our learners, to our viewers and our listeners about offering construction qualifications. So what we're going to do is, we're not going to say the names of the training providers at the moment. What we're going to do is, you can drop us a message if you want to find out who we would recommend for a construction qualification, or we are going to chop up and make a couple of clips of a couple of things that we've said in the podcast over the years, and then we're going to be asking these 2 training providers to comment on these clips, and then our viewers, listeners will be able to contact the training providers, sort of third party from us, in a sense. Again, we're not necessarily affiliated. These are just people that we've sort of done some due diligence with, and we feel that it might make the podcast more helpful to some of the people and the viewers that watch and listen to the show. So there we go.
So also just sort of lean on from that. We've also somebody we've done work with in the past, Sharon. She's a lovely lady and very
shout out to Sharon.
Shout out to Sharon Street. A part of in March, it's going to be Women in Construction. Women in Construction Week. It's also going to be Careers Week. So they're putting on an event in Leeds. You can email Sharon direct at sharonstreet at constructionepa.com. The event will be on the 7th of March 25 between a 10 a.m. start, and you can book a slot. So it's just about promoting careers, about promoting women in construction.
Brilliant.
All the opportunities that they can have, all the facilities and different routes and trades and anything, any backgrounds, and help with like tools and equipment, and just gives you an idea that day of, say, what you can expect, or gives you an interest in, you might be not sure which trade you want to go into or anything like that. So it's going to be a full day event.
Sounds good.
And
sounds really good.
And also is going to be a guest.
Well, I think Sharon's going to be a guest. So we've been asked and talking with lots of different people about being guests. We do want more guests on the show. I think it's because it's quite an unusual podcast sometimes. So I'm always really conscious, if we ask a guest to come on the show, do they come on for 15 minutes and talk, or do they come on for the whole podcast? I don't really know. I don't know what's best.
Well, if we start with Trump.
We'll start with Trump. Yeah.
Trump gets probably the full hour.
Trump probably gets the full hour.
He is the president.
Just do it. I think we should film it as one of these little videos that makes us ching ching.
A little clip.
Makes us money, doesn't it?
Well, we do all right. We do okay. Depends. We did a video the last episode that's 977,000 views currently. It's going to hit 1 million because it's going up about 1,000 a day currently, 1,000 views a day. So it is going to hit 1 million eventually.
So, does that mean I'm a millionaire then?
No, it doesn't. No,
in theory.
You wouldn't believe me if I told you how much we actually made from that clip.
No, I do know.
I'm telling you now, it's not as much as what anybody thinks. All that bullshit out there about, you see it loads of times about, I've made this and that and all. It's nonsense. It's utter nonsense. It's okay. I'm not saying it's...
You have just bought a Bugatti Veyron though.
Yeah. Going to Turkey for having my teeth. Yeah, fucking hell.
Yeah. The toy car one.
Oh, no, you spent all the money on that.
We spent all the money on that and a curry at Christmas. Yeah. That's actually what we spent the money on.
Nice curry.
Yeah. I mean, listen, we never once did the podcast to make money. I think we just did it to just...
No. Because there's just a few clips recently that really just did well,
a few clips have done really well. And you know what? It's going to be a big year for the podcast this year because of like changing... this is going to be the same format, still the same format, but we're going to try and do one live a week if we can. We're talking about doing some watch-alongs with football and stuff like that. Yeah. I've already live streamed a few gaming nights already, so I've gone live on TikTok.
If you want to watch a real game
with COD and with Fortnite, Danny, you should come on. I've done a few lives already.
Sensible Soccer 1990.
Oh, what a game! What a game!
Championship Manager 1999.
That was a brilliant game. 99. No, 98. 99.
Fucking hell.
1999.
That was when it was at its...
He's brilliant.
It was Zidane, Juventus and
that was back in the day. Then that was brilliant. But so it's a big year for the pod. I think it really is a big year, and I think it is going to change. So we are going to stay with construction, but come away from construction a little bit. Not be afraid to talk about whatever we want to talk about. Basically, we don't have to talk about construction.
Well, we compare chocolate prices.
Well, we talk about eggs. Chocolate eggs.
We can talk about whatever we want to talk about.
So you've never judged your chocolate on how much you get per?
No, that's weird.
Some of it's like £1.20 for
you do need to do that.
grams, and you can get 60p
No,
for 100.
You start. I do it.
Start
with,
weighing it up, how much-
I used to do it with like Fairy Liquid. Do it with like
Very liquid.
Oh yeah.
Who gives a
I don't
fuck?
do it
What's
very
in
No,
liquid.
you have to be dead careful, right? Because they sell
how
it.
much you get?
Careful,
It's
what
how
are you
much
talking
weight.
about?
How much weight
Who
you get.
are you?
No, because
Who are you?
These supermarkets, the buggers, because they legally have to print that,
Yeah,
They legally
yeah.
have to put how much
Yeah.
it is priced per gram, right? So say if you get Fairy Liquid, right, and you get that big one, and you think, oh, it says 50% extra free, and it's only £3. But if you actually look at the small one, right, that big one might be £3, but you could get 4 small ones
And it's
On an
it's-
offer.
It's more
on an offer, and it's
you're
more
getting
grams.
You get more
So you're
grams
getting
for your
more.
buck. You get more chocolate for your
I
money.
don't care.
Yeah.
I blindly shop. Advertising works on me massively. Oh, I said that one's good. I just pick it up and fucking. Oh, I think we're drinking Madry. We used to drink Budweiser.
Yeah, I'm on. I'm not drinking.
Carling in a can.
No, I not mentioned it.
What? Oh yeah. Why aren't you drinking?
Well, I say I'm doing dry January. It didn't technically start till the 5th. I had about 4 pints on the 4th.
But since then,
with my favourite nephew who's building,
oh
building
yeah,
an
your favourite
extension.
nephew, yeah. Shout out to Harry.
Shout out to Harry, he's doing a great job.
So you're doing dry January?
Yeah, so I said, right, I'm going to do it, but I'm not doing it till I start back at work.
It's the 29th today.
Because it was like a long Christmas where the New Year's Eve was on the Tuesday.
Wednesday.
And I wasn't going back
Yeah.
to Monday, so I thought,
Yeah.
fuck that, I'm not drinking.
Yeah.
So I had a few pints on the Friday, finished, and I've got to say, I've lost £10.
Oh, that's really good, Danny. You're looking really good.
I was
there.
drinking too much red wine.
Hey, Dan, that's really good.
I was.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I had a drink problem.
Would you say you're now? Would you say I'm now the fattest brother?
No, I'd probably still have you.
Andy's got a bit of a belly.
Yeah, yeah.
Our Mike's like a teenage
girl.
He's like a teenage
gymnast.
He's like a fucking teenage netball player, isn't he? He's dead thin, isn't he?
He is.
Mike, why are you so thin?
If you stand sideways, you can't see him.
Yeah. Have you got AIDS, Mike? No, should I have said that? Yeah. No, he's not got AIDS. Well, he might have. I don't know. That or a tapeworm. I don't know. But he is really thin compared to me, you, and Andy, isn't he?
Yeah.
So are you fatter than me then?
I'm still. I'm fit. Well, I'm 15, 13.
Fat bastard.
But that was about 3 o'clock today.
At 3 o'clock today. Yeah.
At 3 o'clock today, you were
No,
15.
the best time to weigh, and I had all my work gear on, my work.
No,
jumper.
you've got to weigh yourself in your boxers.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, my nephew was there. I didn't want to.
Well,
Be all right.
oh, bollocks to it. By the way, he's 22. He's not like he's 13 or something.
Yeah.
23. Sorry.
Yeah.
24 next
Shit, he's 24 next month.
Yeah.
He's 24 next month.
Isn't he?
Yeah.
So yeah, my goal is, but I've not really done anything. I've basically just stopped drinking,
That's pretty good. That you've done well.
and I've lost £10.
You've done really well. Believe it or not, that's nearly time. I think basically.
Right. But we're going
by.
to talk about getting rid of wasting, though. We're going to save that till next time.
Yeah, we were going to mention about getting rid of waste.
That's a big thing.
It's fucking waste management, Christopher.
Yeah. That's a big thing in the building trade.
That was my impression of Sopranos. Yeah,
Great series.
it's a huge thing in construction at the moment. I mean, what's it? Where there's shit, there's money, basically.
Yeah. But there's loads more permits coming in, things like that. There's loads
there
of
is.
stuff that
My favourite
making
tip
it a lot tougher.
has changed.
Yeah, well, I mean, we spoke about this in the last pod. About
right.
you said
Changed.
you could put a body to get rid of a body up there.
Easy. Board.
Easy.
Yeah.
Get rid of asbestos, though. You can't now.
Yeah, well,
You've got to register your car.
yeah. Well, they've woke up to all of that now.
It's all low.
You've spoilt it for everyone.
It's all low. I've been taking loads of asbestos garages down.
Yeah, well, there is a thing in Stockport about only going to the tip. I think you can go to the tip 52 times a year. Is it
Yeah.
once a week, basically?
No, I think you can go on.
6 times a year. No, that's in a van.
No,
That's the
in a
van,
car, I think it's 52 times.
Yeah.
And if you go after 52, because it registers you every time,
Yeah.
you'll get a notification to say you're approaching where we may charge you now.
Yeah, you're dumping too much.
Didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
it makes
yeah.
sense, though.
Yeah.
So make it count when you go.
Viridor. How good are their tip waste sites? They're all right, actually, aren't they?
Don't have them up there, mate.
Viridor, you don't have that Viridor? No.
No. It's just High Peak
They're
Council.
clean, like too clean for a tip.
Has that been sold from the council? That
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, they privately
They've sold
took over.
everything.
Yeah, they've sold everything.
They've sold everything. That's why there's no money.
We don't own fuck all anymore.
No, that's right, because you're stopping like all those utilities, everything's.
Yeah.
That's why they don't invest. They just give it all to the shareholders.
Yeah, of course they do. They sell. We're a bank, aren't they?
Yeah. We are a bank on the sea.
We're a massive floating bank.
Yeah,
that's what
it.
we are. That is what we are.
We don't make anything much anymore, do we?
Not really. And it's
Fuck all, actually.
I saw a really good meme the other day, and it was a lion, coloured in the Union Jack with a little kid next to it, and the lion was asleep, and the kid was stroking the lion's head, and it just a little clip that said, "Please wake up." Please wake up. And it's a metaphor for the UK.
Industrial Revolution.
It's a metaphor for the UK.
Yeah.
Please wake up. And it wasn't like a racial
Nationalist. No, not a nationalist
thing. It was on like about industry and building and that type of thing. You know,
getting on.
Let's get going.
Yeah.
Let's get fucking going. You know. Anyway, maybe that's for another time. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's about time. So, final word, Andy?
Chocolate's too expensive now.
Yes, I would agree with that. Jack, final word?
Stay safe out there.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like Danny, final word?
Made in China.
Made in China. Final word from me. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Please click the like and subscribe buttons. We do need many more of you on YouTube. Want to try and get to 1,000 on YouTube now, because we need to get that going. YouTube. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you on the next episode. Goodbye for now.
Cheers.